Have a good day. No. Excuse me, I said please move it over there, not here. But hold on one second. Good day, LA Beast here, and today my mission is quite simple. And all that I plan on doing is seeing if Lay's classic potato chips here in 2025 taste exactly like they did 58 years ago in the year 1967. Because what I have done, I have in my hands right now, quite possibly one of the last remaining intact bags of really old ass 58-year-old Lay's potato chips, and in the name of human science, I plan on eating the whole damn bag. Why? Because I spent $207.92 and I'm now invested. And to wash down these 58-year-old potato chips, I have a vintage container of 38-year-old 1987 Nestle Quick, and I plan on making an ice-cold, delicious $51.92 glass of chocolate milk. It smells like a fart, straight into Halloween candy that's been sitting in a glass jar for 3 years. That metal part just touched my mouth. So you know what? I'm definitely in for a treat today. It's gonna be a good day. And just quickly before we get started, I wanted to let everybody know how I acquired this really old bag of Lay's potato chips, which is 58 years old. And there's somebody out in California that buys up storage lockers, and not only did they find this intact bag of Lay's potato chips, but they also found a bag of Fritos from the year 1979, which I believe is still on eBay. If you want to eat some old Fritos. I did some research, and the year 1967, I believe, was the Summer of Love, where there was a whole bunch of hippies, probably smoking a lot of opium in San Francisco. And then Elvis Presley married Priscilla Presley in 1967. And the few differences that I noticed from this bag from 1967 versus a fresh bag of Frito-Lay's potato chips is that I believe in 1967, the national headquarters was in Dallas, and now it's in Plano, Texas. The ingredients are pretty similar, but I noticed that these potato chips from 67 were made with BHA and BHT as preservatives. And I was like, is that safe to consume? BHA, which is butylated hydroxynsole, and BHT, which is butylated hydroxytoluene. They're generally safe for use as food additives, but in limited amounts. Being that this bag is half an ounce and there's really not that many chips that I can feel, hopefully the BHT and BHA additives were added in safe amounts here today. We're going to find out together. And as I was trying to find some old commercials of Lay's potato chips, specifically from the year 1967, I think it's pretty cool that the actor Burt Lair, who actually played the Cowardly Lion in The Wizard of Oz in 1939, he was a spokesman for Lay's potato chips in the 1960s. So without further ado, first and foremost, I'm going to take the 2025 Lay's and Nestle Quick. I'm going to make that up, put it on the plate, and then I'm going to come over here. We're going to taste and compare. And like I said, I'm going to eat the whole damn bag. And you know what? The great thing is, the International Potato Chip Institute stamped this bag of Lay's potato chips as quality. You know what? Is that going to stand the test of time? Let's find out. So here we go, we'll speed up me getting this stuff ready. Alright, again, you know what, there's no turning back in the name of human science. Alright, the positive thing is, as I'm shaking this, I can hear the dust moving around. Again, it smells like a fart. It's probably the old rusty tin. And you know what? Back in 1987, I could have won a US ski team mug. Now, and over the years, it's actually pretty crazy. The Nesquik bunny has not changed tremendously. Here we go. 1987. This is 38-year-old Nestle Quick. It's still sealed. Huh. It smells like cocoa. Let's just get an inside look. It actually looks pretty darn the same. Interesting. So, not bad. So the 2025 Nestle Quick versus 38-year-old Nestle Quick look the same. Again, let me just get a good whiff here. It smells like an Andes after dinner mint chocolate. Like whatever the chocolate from the Andes after dinner mint is. Get a nice, oh, there we go. Just another nice scoop. All right, it's a little darker in color. Doesn't smell bad. Here's going to be the issue here. Again, 1967 Lay's potato chips. To not ruin the sanctity of the bag, I'm going to open it from the bottom. Here we go. I'm interested. I'm interested to see if potato chips can hold after all these years. Oh boy, that's opening. Okay, my first initial, it looks like salt. The chips themselves look like the potato chips that are on this plate right there. And it looks like on the side of the bag there's a whole bunch of salt. I now proceed to carefully sniff the 58-year-old Lay's potato chips. Alright, so like again, it smells as if like it's fresh Idaho potato. And like these are just like slightly off. It doesn't smell like stale cardboard or anything like that. It smells like curly Q potatoes. Interesting. And then we'll get the close-up shots, and then we'll go from there. Here we go. I am the LA Beast, and I am scientifically going to find out in the name of human science whether or not 2025 Lay's potato chips taste exactly like they did back in the year 1967. It's not as bad as I thought it would be. Like I consumed an expired bag of 26-year-old Doritos. It smelled like rancid cheese cardboard. Okay, well here we go. 2025, look at that delicious chip. Lay's potato chips, not my favorite. It's just coated with salt, and it leaves your fingers just a little bit greasy. I believe the slogan is, you can't eat just one. Alright. Some fresh Nestle Quick. That's velvety, chocolatey cocoa flavor. Not bad on a hot summer's day. And here we go. Here we go. What does, which is the title of this video, just shut up and eat the damn chips already. What do Lay's potato chips from 1967 taste like? There were hippies making love. They could have been like, oh, you know what? Let's have a snack after making love. Just shut up and eat the chips. It looks lighter in color. It doesn't smell like a fresh Idaho potato, but I guess whatever those preservatives are, I'm eating a 58-year-old potato chip. There's like no smell to it. It's very salty. And like, you know what my question is? Like, my question is, did Frito-Lay come out with like a old school bag like a couple years ago or something like that? I don't know. Like, it does specifically say 1967 Frito-Lay right in the corner there. The inside of the bag, questionable. Like, in my opinion, these taste pretty darn good for being 58 years old. They're salty. These just taste like pretty much the regular Lay's. Interesting. And if I had to say, if this bag is legitimate, I'll go back and do some research. In conclusion, already, Even though it just slightly smells off, 2025 Lay's potato chips taste eerily similar to 58-year-old Lay's potato chips. I will give it that. All right, let's take a sip of, oh God. Take a sip of 1987 chocolate milk. This is going to be questionable at best. That's not what I'm talking about. I've consumed expired candy bars from the late 1980s, early 1990s. The 2025 Nestle Quick, it was like chocolatey, smooth, and velvety, which is the same consistency of 1987. But like as I'm drinking this 1987 Nestle Quick, it's like I can tell that I'm drinking something from the 80s. I would say 63% chocolate flavor, and whatever that rest is like stale oldness. All right, so I'm just gonna get. Definitely right. I can definitely taste like the old container of crayons. A couple more close-up shots, and then let's down some 58-year-old potato chips. Just so we don't waste any, let's get the rest. There we go. We're gonna wash it on down. 58-year-old potato chips, 38-year-old chocolate milk. Cheers. LA Beast. What the hell am I doing? Something slight chemical flavor. Slight chemical flavor. Old shoebox, old crayon box flavor. Definitely from chocolate milk. So in conclusion, 2025 Lay's potato chips, probably 95% tastes like 58-year-old Lay's potato chips. You know what? That's probably a problem that they still taste good. And then also, I would say when it comes to 2025 Nestle Quick versus 38-year-old 1987 Nestle Quick, I would say, as there's a slight burning in my throat, 1987 Nestle Quick tastes probably 83% exactly the same. So there was definitely something off about the chocolate milk. And you know what? I spent $207.92 on a bag of potato chips. Is that a new world record? I don't know. All right, as I'm sitting here, I'm just staring at the chips. I did some close-up comparisons. And you know what? The chips from 1967 just seem a little bit thinner. And the smell of the 2025 chips, it was like a fresh potato versus when I took the initial smell of the 1967 potato chips, it was just like, it wasn't as fresh. It was as if like a potato, when you do that science project, you like put it in a dark closet and it grows legs. It's kind of what it smelled like. But I've only really ever consumed expired chips that have cheese. And when it comes to like cheese, I've realized it doesn't last very long. So I was definitely taken aback that when I took the first bite of the Lay's potato chip from 1967, it was very salty, felt greasy, and like it didn't have a stale cardboard taste to it. It didn't taste like rancid cheese. It just tasted like a salty chip that wasn't as fresh. And then I was like, oh man, like did they re-release this bag? And again, you can see like 1967. Did they re-release this bag to the public recently? And I think it was about 4 or 5 years ago now they did re-release Lay's potato chips in this bag, but this bag versus that bag is totally different. This is legit. This is pretty legit in my book. I'm just surprised that eating 58-year-old potato chips was a pleasant experience. As well with the Nestle Quick. Again, I wish I would have sent in for that sweet mug. It just slightly, it did have a chocolate flavor, but it also had a hint of chemical crayons. But overall, I have to clean all this up now. But you know what? I'm glad I know that, hey, we can all eat 58-year-old potato chips.
I wouldn't recommend it.
You're welcome. It's the LA Beast. Have a good day.